right, so this evening we're going to be talking about clout chasing. This is the 4th or 5th in the series. We've talked about dating before, cancel culture. Last time we talked about catfishing, and today we're talking about clout chasing. So, without further ado, I would like to invite the panel to the stage. So first and foremost, I'm going to catch him off guard. Please, can we have Rams to the stage? We're just starting the night. Thank you. Have a seat right here. Please, can we have Karina White to the stage? Buku. And last but not least, please, can we invite Taser Black to the stage? Can you guys just make some noise? Thank you. Now, I'm excited to be having this conversation, particularly with this panel. We've got Taser Black at the end. I don't know if there's anyone here that's never heard of Free Shots of Tequila podcast. You've never heard of it?
Never.
I think you might be in the wrong...
It was me,
might be the wrong talk show,
never
you know?
heard of it.
You've never heard of it? Okay, cool. Well, it's basically... I mean, I don't know the facts, but I feel like it's probably the biggest podcast that's come out of London for our people. So I'm sure he'll have a lot to say about clout. We have Karina in the middle here, who's representing for Black Mums Up Front. She's also worked with... I mean, I turned on my TV last week and she was just sitting on Channel 5 in the morning. I swear to you, she was just chilling, and I was like, that's my mate. Like, I didn't even know she was going to be on. And of course, she's worked with other brands, including Nike and Dove and these sorts of things. And then right here to my immediate left is Rams. And I don't know, I don't know the exact numbers, but is it like over 500 million streams for just one song? Okay. Say it on the mic, let them hear you. That's a lot. Take that in, people. 500 million streams for one song. And that's the plaque that I saw, but I think we're still counting. So we're going to have a conversation about clout. I guess a good place to start is kind of our opinions on clout. What do we think clout is? How would you define it? I think I'm going to go to Karina first. I don't know, it's how I feel. I just want to.
I'm being picked on.
No, we're just starting, babes.
I think my interpretation of clout is someone that like associates themselves or wants to be around someone because they're important or they've got influence or they're famous, or so they're just trying to align themselves with those people to have some kind of status.
Okay. Taser, anything to add to that?
No, I think she's got it down pat, to be fair.
Yeah?
I agree.
Would you call yourself a clout chaser?
Clout chaser?
Great question.
I mean, I don't know. If there's times where I might post a certain picture of a
When
particular
you're
person.
Comments or...
No, I'm talking about me clout chasing myself.
Yeah. Like, no, would you say you're like clout chaser? Like you're looking attention or...
Attention,
Whoa.
yeah. Everyone's looking for some sort of attention. Do you know what I mean?
I think it's fair.
Yeah, that's fair. Brands are saying we want to see comments, engagement, blah, blah, blah. So you got to... Karina, can you comment on my picture, please? Because I need to make it seem as if this picture's popping. So, yeah, you do that sometimes. But what I mean is, like, for example, posting pictures with a certain rapper, for example. I wouldn't do that unless I know the rapper personally.
Okay.
But that's one thing I'm very, very mindful of, because I wouldn't want that rapper to now say, I don't know that guy.
So if we're on that topic, would you ask a rapper for a picture if you didn't know him?
No.
Not even if you were like a huge fan? I'm talking like P. Diddy walked in and you're like, Lord, I'm asking for a picture.
For me, no.
You had dinner with Jay-Z.
I want video. I'm making a reel.
No, not for me.
Rams, what about you? Definition of clout. Anything to add?
No, these two are kind of covered it, to be fair, you know.
Yeah?
For me, I think it's like very similar to what you guys said, but yeah, man, there's different... I see a lot of different things in it when it comes to clout. So
we're going to get into that.
Yeah, for me, it's people just wanting to be in certain places and shit like that, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I've taken the liberty of researching the actual definition of clout chasing in the Urban Dictionary, and it says, a person who strategically associates themselves with the success of a popular person or a currently contemporary trend to gain fame or attention. This personality disorder is often resembled as riding the wave without concern for damage or integrity. sounds extreme. Personality disorder. Do we not feel like that's maybe?
No, I feel like some people who do things for attention or like do it all the time, it is a form of like mental disorder.
So you feel like if it's occasional, it's okay?
Yeah, like everyone has times where they're gonna fall into doing something where people are gonna be like, oh, you're chasing clout or you're a clout chaser, right? I think if you're constantly doing it religiously, like all the time, that's an issue.
Yeah.
Like that's a massive issue.
If it's like if you make up a job title or make up the fact that someone's... No, it's a genuine question. If you make up that someone's your friend and you just tell everyone that person is your friend.
Yeah, or if like you're seen at like events and you're posting this person and posting that person and then people think, oh, like that's actually your friend. But then you ask one of them, they're like, I don't know that person. But you're positioning yourself like you know all of these people when you don't really. That's weird to me.
Okay, I think that's fair. Rams, do you think that there's a difference between clout chasing and name dropping? Do you know what? I'm gonna let that. I feel like that question is like, I don't know the answer. So just sit with it for a second. In the meantime, I do want to ask you guys about any clout chasing stories that you might have experienced. Taser, I feel like you've got something for me. I feel like it's sitting on your chest, and you just want to share it with everyone.
Lay it out, man. Just lay it out, man. Trust me.
Clout, do you know what it is? It's attention seeking that I don't like. So I know a man who's in the industry, and he used to go Selfridges. Do you know when Selfridges used to have Top Man?
Yeah.
Or Top Shop? So he used to shop there, but then ask for the yellow bag. So when he goes out and takes pictures, it looks like he bought something in Selfridges.
Stop that.
But to the general masses, they don't know. They're like, oh my God, he's always in Selfridges. But I know he's gone to buy boxes. So
all right.
I'm not excited by that. But whereas he might get the attention of other people, and they're like, oh my God, he's got so much money. Do you know what I mean? So that's an example of attention seeking that I don't like.
And I thank you for that story, but I am going to need to hear a story about someone is literally clout chased off of you. But we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. Selfridges, what I'm asking is, are these pictures going on Instagram? Is that what it's for? It's for the internet?
Yeah.
Can he not just reuse the bag? That's the first thing that...
I mean...
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, someone who's sane would say that, but a lot of these people are not. So you got to kind of look at it from their perspective. They want the attention or they want the acceptance of their fans, who they believe are their fans. So, because you'll see people in the comments going, "Oh my God,
is this a well-known person?"
Yeah.
Wonderful. How did you find out?
Because I know him.
Did he tell you?
No, I know him.
Is it Marv?
No, but
no.
Yes. Sure? Yes, it is.
You're so dumb.
Yes, it is.
Cameraman ain't started, has he? He's at the bar. He's cool.
No, but how did you find out? Did he tell you?
No, we just know him. We know what he's like, and he just cuts through. People don't really pay attention. As in, people that I know that are stand-up guys don't really pay attention to him. But I'm talking about the impact it has on people who don't know him. Yeah. They'll see him and be like, oh my God, he must be cutting through. He's doing his thing, but he's really not. He's struggling.
Okay.
And sometimes it's just like, just accept it. This is not you. Be humble. But
that's actually a really sad story.
That's not what he wants for himself.
But then aren't those people then not responsible, but they're kind of to blame? Because if they're feeding into it, like if he was posting and he wasn't getting a response from people, I mean, he'd stop. But obviously people are feeding into the content that he's posting and gassing him up.
Yeah, because they're none the wiser. They believe.
Yeah, but I don't know if if my friend has this image online that she's doing really well and she goes shopping all the time, then I'm gonna encourage her. Like I don't see the issue with people
but I
in
don't
the
think
comments
it's friends.
like
it's like straight, like people, like you're doing it for the attention and for the approval of literal strangers. I'm not talking about your friends. Like if you post something and you've got followers that you don't necessarily know personally, and they're like, oh, I see you, my guy. I'm trying to be like you,
big man.
You know?
That's I feel like that's what happens though. In the world we live in right now.
But that's the thing, like we can talk about clout chasing and clout chasers, but also a lot of us are guilty of encouraging and allowing people to be
Yeah,
clout
yeah.
chasers, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Our friends are the one that's gassing us, to be fair.
Yeah, but that.
'Cause if, let's be real, if that guy you're saying that does that, his friends are thinking, yeah, you know what, you're hard.
No, but Taser's his mate.
I'm not his mate like that. I just
Are
know,
you
man.
commenting as well?
No.
Ooh.
I'm very strict about my behavior on Instagram, only because I don't want to feed into it.
Okay.
So
So basically what I'm saying.
yeah,
that you don't
I
wanna
can't be someone who's. But you do it as well. No, I don't. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like all of us are victim to that. Do you know what I mean? To a certain degree, because
Okay.
there's certain people here that their friend's picture is not perfection, yet you've commented perfection. Do you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, you're gassing this person, and the gas doesn't need to be there. It's just all I'm saying.
Okay. All right. Fair.
We're all victims of doing that. So.
So going back to the previous question, do we find that there's a difference between clout chasing and name dropping? Anyone?
Yes.
You think there's a difference?
Yes.
Yeah.
To some extent.
Yeah.
Because you see, for clout chasing, right, I feel like you can do a variety of things. Like, you could be in a certain place where there's like bare famous people, and you can just be putting up videos and making it seem like you're with those type of people. Do you know
But
what I
you
mean?
are with those people.
No, but you're not really.
But you're literally with them.
Not really, though. Because
But literally.
someone could literally stand there and say, yeah, look, and tag me. And if I don't repost it, but everyone that's seen it on their story, it might make them seem like they're with me, but they're actually not.
I feel like that's the
You
same
feel what
as
I'm
name
saying?
dropping though, but not actually verbally name dropping. It's visual name dropping. Do you get what I mean?
I get what you
It's
mean.
kind of
so.
the same.
You think so?
Yeah.
But
I feel
unless,
like
if the caption doesn't say I was with my homie Rams, then what's the issue with? No, genuinely.
Because these
what's
days
wrong
you
with
can
that?
just tag someone and that's all right.
Is that an issue?
Just
I
attach
assure
them.
you, if I'm gonna be in the party tomorrow with Diddy,
Mm.
and he happens to be in my pit, I assure you, I'm gonna tag him, and it's going on my feed.
Alright, can we
Okay.
can we talk on the Diddy one quickly, please? Because when Diddy came over 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
so many people went and bought a new outfit,
Yeah.
to impress this guy that just walked past.
Of course, but just he might have glimpsed.
No. Wait. He just walked past and everyone's stopping him. Yo, Diddy, my guy, snap. Yeah, he doesn't know you. That's one. Yeah, that's for the perception of the people on their Instagram. But I know Diddy came here. It was a booking. He just came to attend the party and go home. So I wouldn't get excited by that. Is what I'm saying. So it doesn't have an impact on me. But their followers might be like, oh my God, he was with Diddy. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Everyone else in that room knows what's going on in there. Do you get my point?
All right, show of hands, because I don't think we're going to agree on this one. I mean, I hear what you're saying, but I just don't think, as long as it's not misleading in the sense that, like, hey, this is Diddy, we were chilling, we went to get something to eat after, he's such a great guy. But if it's like, I was at Diddy's party, and he was there and I was there, is that an issue to post something like that? Show of hands if you think that that's an issue. Okay, so show of hands if you think it's fine. I feel like
I can't lie though. You see me, I can always tell when someone's clout chasing though. Like, if someone actually posts something,
But
I'm
hang on,
looking at
wait
that and saying, you're not really with them though, are
wait
you?
a minute, because what I'm asking is that clout chasing? By saying you were in a building that you were actually in. I made it to the guest list, like I was
wait,
there.
It depends how you're making it look.
It's
though.
the way you're saying it.
It's the context. It's what he said. It's the context. 1 second.
All depends on the context.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm going, say someone's got an album release party and they say, okay, cool, can you come to my album release party? Or I'll get invited to the album release party. The whole thing is I'm going here and I've seen that person, I've taken a picture. So the context of the picture is I've gone to this person's album launch party. I'm not saying I know them, it's very different. So I might post a picture probably of them and I'm not even in it to say like, I'm here or whatever. It's not really my thing, but am I gonna see you, ask to take a picture of you? To be fair, I said to my boy, there are only 3 people I can actually picture myself doing that for, and that's one of them Sade, just to give you an idea of like the icon it would need to be for me to put myself in that space. But I'm not just gonna take a picture and like, you might be there in the corner and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna post that. Oh, by the way, this is this person's.
Okay, so I feel like that's kind of similar to what I was saying, just in the sense that if you don't hype it like he was your friend, then it's okay.
I don't know if it's clout chasing. I just find it very cringy. Like if you're
What?
posting, no, like
So
if you're
Karina,
no,
picture this,
no,
picture
no,
this.
no.
No, hear me out.
Let me land.
Hear me out. Hear me out. So, I don't know. Who's your favorite artist in the world? Just tell me. Who is it? Someone tell.
Mine's Meek
You
Mill,
know.
innit?
I know you know. Who's her favorite artist? You don't know.
Let's use Meek Mill.
Vibes.
'Cause if Meek Mill came here,
Vibes Cartel.
Yeah, vibes.
Vibes Cartel.
Vibes.
All right. So that's even more reason because if you get a picture with Vibes,
I'm a Jamaican. What do you expect?
So I'll take a picture of Vibes. I'll be like, right, is that you?
I can't believe it's you.
Is that really you?
Okay, cool. So let's say it's Vibes Cartel, yeah? You went to Jamaica, you were in Spanish Town, and he was there. You're gonna, first of all, are you taking a picture? Secondly, is it going on your Instagram?
This is the thing. This is why I say I feel like it's cringy because there's been a lot of situations where I've been around, like for example, a couple of years ago, my best friend and I, we went to someone that I knew was looking after a NBA player and his girlfriend when they came over. We literally spent the whole weekend going out raving, going for dinner. We didn't post anything about it online simply because I didn't want to come across as that person that's like showing off that they're here with like an NBA. Do you get what I mean? So I think
Which
like
player was it? Just tell us.
See, she name drops now.
no one. See, do you see
It's
what I
techie.
mean?
It's techie,
She
but
name
do you see
drops
what
now.
I
it's
mean?
name dropping.
So this is
Is-
why I
is-
can't.
does name dropping count if you were asked a direct question?
But again, but also before you answer the question, it depends on the NBA player because if she name drops a man who doesn't play, it's like, why did you even say his name?
You know when you name drop the
It's
wrong
it's
person.
true, though. I mean, it's
Damn
got to be a
it.
man that's wavy. Otherwise, why did you say his name?
Damn it.
Do you see what I'm trying to say? So it's one of them ones. Like, I'm pretty sure. Listen, you must get it all the time.
no, it's true.
You get fans that come up to you like, "Oh my God, Rams," da 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 da, and then they tell you about, "Oh my, you're my favorite rapper." You're like, "Yo, you're all right, chill out." Like, do you know what I mean? It looks a bit like, "What do you want?" What do you want? But if she did that to, like, for example, and obviously this is no disrespect to you, brother, but if she did that to someone like Drake, people would say, "Oh, that's acceptable," because it's Drake. So it just depends on the context. It's just how I'm saying. So her name, she even named an NBA star, but we're just thinking it has to be someone of relevance because she didn't name drop him. Whereas she could have said Michael, blah blah blah. We'd have been like, who? Who's that?
Yeah, stress.
So I think it's just the context.
Yeah, I just think if you're gonna, I personally just find it very cringy when I see people posting up with artists or celebs or whoever when it's basically just to say, oh, I was here around these people and this is who I spent my weekend with, when it's not actually someone that you know personally. That's just my personal opinion.
Do you think it depends on the level of celebrity?
Yeah.
Okay. So if it's like, oh my gosh, I had a fan moment.
Yeah, if it's like genuine, like that's this, like I look
Okay.
up to this person.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think because of the era we're living in a very digital and social era
Yeah.
where people feel like everything has to be for social media,
Mm-hmm.
and the more you post or the type of content that you post gives you an elevated status in society, when it doesn't. There's a lot of people that are around, celebrities or people or artists, whatever, and they don't post about it because they don't need that validation from strangers on social media. And I feel like where we're heading to with social and this digital era is that people do, and this is why I say we're all guilty of it, right? Because we can post stuff because we want people to think that we are a certain status or we're around certain people. We're all guilty of it at some point. But I feel like the more you do it and the more consistent you do it, that's when it's becoming clout chasing.
And a personality disorder.
Yeah.
I hear you. So are we settled on name dropping is different to clout chasing? Or is it a form of...
It is.
It's a form.
It's kind of a form of clout chasing, depending on how it's done. And I got an example.
Hit me.
So my brother had a girl at the house. We're just chilling, smoking shisha. We've played a Blade Brown song. The girl said, "Oh my God, I was in the studio with him one day. He's got a song about me." No, he doesn't.
Stop. Just stop. Just...
No,
honestly.
he doesn't.
Just stop.
But she's felt the need to say that to try and impress me and my
But
brother.
what if he does, though? I'm just asking the question. Is it impossible?
Yes.
Did they have a second date after?
No, we've never seen her again. Like, she set the
She's
level
in the studio
there.
with Blade Brown.
Bro, but she's just excited, man.
But that's a form of.
She's
but
just
it-
what?
She's just excited.
Excited.
Yeah, man.
What,
she's
to
just-
be in the
This
in
is
the
what I'm
room?
saying.
Not
When
even in
you
the
break
room,
it down,
just-
it's like, what are you excited about? You're excited to be in the living room with Taser and his
Yeah.
brother. Like,
Is that what you mean?
No, like to just know Blade Brown and just know the fact.
No,
that
Now
but-
you're telling everyone you know Blade Brown.
Yeah.
So do you think that she doesn't even know him?
I think she's walked past him and he said hello because she's nice.
No.
Or you think there's more to it?
I just can't believe that. That someone would literally make something up.
I see. We're not going to progress with this box spot talks here. If you have that standpoint, you got to
I
understand. Some people
know, I
out
do
there,
struggle with these things sometimes because
some people are doing very mad things out there.
strange
Fiona.
things.
Very strange.
So do you guys feel like clout is almost like a new form of currency?
Yes, because some people buy into it.
Do you think most people buy into it?
A lot of people do.
Because everyone's like, oh, don't clout chase. But if someone does something dramatic that, you know, attracts that kind of attention, then everyone's there, everyone's in the comments, everyone's reading, everyone's researching. So
Everybody wants to know the person that's got clout. That's how I see it, to be fair.
is that how you feel?
That's how I feel at times. But like, what I see anyway, most people just, if someone's got clout, most people want to be around that person because they know they're going to get things coming their way as well, probably. And they're going to get themselves into some mad, crazy situations. Like, it's either going to be lit, well, actually, it is going to be lit, innit? It's always going to be lit if someone's got clout.
Is it though?
Yeah,
Some people that have clout are dry.
that's them, innit? I know my life's lit, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
But
Fair. Sorry.
just in general, like, if someone's got clout anyway, for example, alright, cool. I know some of the Arsenal players, innit? Yeah. So I know.
You're gonna name drop or
No, I'm not gonna name drop.
no?
But I'm just saying, innit? There might be people that support Arsenal that might say to me, "Raw, can you
Can you
Yeah,
get
but
me in
I'm
on
like,
it?
you
Can I
know-
meet them?
I don't even know you like that." Do you get what I'm saying? And for me, that's not even, I wouldn't say that's clout chasing, but in a way, say for example, I was just having a good day and I said, you know what? Yeah, fuck it. I can sort you out. And you come and then you start posting on the mad thing. Like, this is your thing now.
I need to
Ain't
adjust.
that clout chasing?
I have to adjust to this topic because, again, I don't think that's so bad. Like, if you got them into the game and they met some players and then they posted that they met the players, like, why'd you let them meet them
Yeah,
if
but that's
you didn't
just as
want them
bad,
to
though.
be happy about it?
No, of course you want them to be happy, but there's just a certain way.
If you start
Okay.
taking it too far.
Do you get what I'm saying?
You got a question?
No, I agree with whoever said before about the context, but I think a major point is about the perception and the angle of how things are being put across. For example, if someone's in a situation, they can just post something and tag someone. It's like, all right, cool, I was there, I had a good time. There's other people that will do it and they'll make it out like the person that they're tagging is like their best friend. And that's not the situation. I think that's where the line is between doing something and clout chasing, if within this context.
I agree with that. I feel like that's what I was trying to say, but you just said it a bit better, to be fair. You want to say something?
Sorry. I feel like everybody knows what they're doing in terms of body language. So say you are in a club and you're taking a picture with Diddy, and the body language that you have with him, people would know that, no, you don't really know him. So a lot of people would act a certain way and probably caption the picture in a certain way, but it's literally a fan photo. Do you get what I mean? So I feel like that also rubs into the whole context of it, because the people who really know you know you don't know him. Like, what are you doing? So I feel like all of this plays into it, but you're trying to perceive to certain people, oh yeah, I know this guy or I know that, and it's not that, because you know what you're doing. Everybody knows what they're doing when they're doing things, if that makes sense.
I hear you. I think that's fair. So for you guys personally on the panel, this just occurred to me. This wasn't a pre-prepared question, but do you, I guess, if you have people approaching you based on your status or the things that you've done, your accolades, Do you feel like super paranoid if you meet someone of the opposite sex and they're like interested in you? Are you quite chilled about that, or do you instantly think they just want to get to know me because of what I do? Or has it never occurred to you?
What, as in if they move to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a bit standoffish.
Do girls move to you a lot, Taser?
I wouldn't say a lot. I don't know why you added a lot.
I'm just asking.
She's on you,
Simple
you know.
question.
She's on
Simple
you,
question.
straight, I'll be
I
real.
don't know why you added a lot.
Simple
I mean, it's happened before, but sometimes it's a bit too much, and I just decline, respectfully decline.
So it is a
girls
lot.
don't move to you often.
I didn't say that.
What
But you said you said
She
What
said
did
a
you
lot,
say?
and I just said I don't know why you added a lot, but it's happened before, and sometimes I respectfully decline.
How many
Someti-
times a week does it happen? Just tell.
Oh, I
just
don't
give
know
me a
what's
number.
going
Just
on
give me a number.
Did they
Just
slide
give me a
in your
number.
DMs?
Yeah, I get DMs. Yeah.
Okay.
But I
And
just
when
say
you're
thank
out
you.
and about as
I'm not
well.
even talking about DMs. I'm talking about in person.
No,
in
in
your
person
face.
it's a bit. Like, I've been known to be like I reject in person.
Oh, but you're a little bit more comfortable in the DMs.
No, DMs I do the same. I reject too. Like, do you know what I mean? Let
Yeah,
me
but
make
you
the
do
first
events
move.
and stuff. So how?
Exactly.
Yeah, but the thing is, obviously, how do you know that someone's trying to move to you versus they're just trying to, be friendly because they're at your event?
What are you doing after? Here's my postcode.
Oh, right,
I
like
mean,
that.
how do I
okay.
read that? I don't
Oh.
understand.
That's crazy.
That's not a
crazy.
postcode.
I don't
Direct.
know, how
That's
do I
crazy.
take that? Is that just being
Trust
friendly,
people.
or what we going
That's
to?
crazy.
What am I using with this? What am I doing with this postcode? Do you know what I mean? Or sometimes they're like, so what? It's the night over. Do you want to come by for some drinks? And I say no.
Oh God.
I'm alright. I'm cool.
That's so bad. I mean, each their own.
No, but I just don't know what's going on. Like, why is it so easy to get into your yard? Is what I'm thinking. Because I haven't done anything.
That's
I
the
haven't done
serious
anything.
That's
I'm
an
just
open
here.
house.
It
Maybe
is.
she
It's a
has
really
an open
fair-
house policy.
Really
Open
fair
house
question.
policy. I
Yeah.
don't want to be in there then.
That's
You start
actually a
thinking
really
who
fair
else has
question.
been there. I'm telling you.
Yeah, who else has been there? I mean, like, what's going
No
on?
one.
No,
So, how often? Like, just give me like a bracket. How often does that happen?
how often does it happen?
Yeah.
What, as in, a girl invite me to the house?
Just trying to chat to you, like.
Okay,
being-
trying to chat to me.
Yeah, not
Okay.
not just like
For your-
speaking to you, like, oh my gosh, I listened to your podcast, you're hilarious, but more so like in the way that you described. But it doesn't have to be that extreme. That's obviously quite extreme, I think.
It doesn't happen often. It's when it happens, it shocks me. It's just
Okay.
like, wow. Like the other day, I had whose event was it? I think Miss Banks's name drop. Miss
Name drop.
Banks's
Can someone start a tally?
is rum launch. She launched a collaboration with Havana Club or whatever.
Yeah.
Wasn't there, don't look at me.
Oh, sorry.
No.
I saw your name on the guest list though. So a girl's come up to me and basically looked at me and said, can I buy you a drink? I find you very attractive. And this is the first time I've seen you in person. My boyfriend wouldn't approve. So I'm like, what do I do with this information here?
What?
Like,
Wait, what?
she said it. I didn't tell her to say
My
this.
boyfriend wouldn't.
This is what she said.
Girls are crazy.
This is what I'm saying. This is what she said. That's how she said
panicked.
it.
She panicked. She weren't
Didn't
meant
she
to say that
panic?
bit. She panicked.
Nah,
She wasn't supposed to say
No,
that
because
bit.
let's say I wanted to entertain. She just let me know that we're not entertaining this any further. We're just keeping it to however long you stay in this event. After that, I'm not speaking to you again. That's basically what she was saying. But I'm going to let you know because my boyfriend's not here. I know it sounds mad. I
So
took
if
the
she'd
drink
s-
though.
If she said, "Oh, like let's just have a little bit of fun," like
No.
cool. I just wanted to
You
clarify.
wouldn't do
Alright.
anything.
No.
Apparently not.
Maybe when I was younger, but no. It's just
Rams,
too
what
much stress,
about-
man.
What about you? Do you get a lot of people approaching
an
you, and how do you
yeah.
respond to it? How do you respond to it? He's like, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
How do you
I'm
respond
gonna
to
just
it?
be totally honest, innit? Yeah. For me, I feel like I've dealt with, or I've been in so many situations where these days I don't even know if a girl is telling me I don't have a man and she actually does, because I don't even know what to believe anymore.
According to Taser, she would probably just tell you in advance.
But I'm not a
They don't
rapper
even-
or artist. That level is different. I've
It's
seen.
different. What are you saying? It's different types of girls for different.
I mean, I do events, so I've seen
Karina,
how they behave
you're bad.
with rappers and stuff. It's totally different level. It's different. I know you're trying to
Yours-
be modest.
No, yours is probably peak.
No,
One
no,
of my
no.
guys throws events, and I know what
I mean,
it's like.
Imagine throwing
Yeah.
events and you're a podcaster as well.
This is what I'm saying.
It's like
So
on rapper levels.
remember, you can get girls in, and then you can say the bar's free.
nah,
for you, don't worry.
But there's no bars. I'm not chatting shit here. Like, I'm just saying how
They're
it
like
is.
how rappers will give out tickets. They, yeah, babe, come through. He has a live show. Yeah, babes, come through. It's the same level.
No, I want your money. What do you mean? No, wait, what's going on here?
Sounding similar still, I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you.
Couple, like a year ago, your whole face was on a billboard in this building. I came in and I was surprised. So it's probably like somewhere in a similar level. But do you care if someone's got a girlfriend? Boyfriend, sorry? Rams?
Yeah,
You're fussed, yeah?
of course.
Okay.
Do you know, I think I'm more concerned, like, I always want to know why you actually like me.
Okay.
Like, why
So-
do you like me? Like,
So is your initial thinking they must just want something out of this situation?
yeah, because I'm not saying I'm ugly, innit? I'm a face guy, innit? You know what I mean?
Fair.
But just in general, like, what do you actually want? Like, if you want, no, but you get what I'm saying, innit?
No, I
If
hear-
you
the
want
reason
the
why-
money, you just let me
Yeah,
know.
and the
innit?
reason why I hear what he's saying is because it's not usual or typical for women to move to men. It's not.
Okay. So if a
Especially when
woman
they're
approaches
buff.
you,
So in my mind, I'm like, what's going on here?
the thing is, she probably thinks because she's buff that you're definitely going to take her up on that offer. So the
Mm.
disappointment, you probably created some self-esteem issues by
That's not my
turning her
fault.
down. It's not your fault, but you are responsible. Karina, what about you? Like when you're out, you're working.
What you saying?
I'm
Yeah,
not on the. I'm not on the.
any guys
Don't-
throwing themselves at you?
Don't start taser.
Yummy
Do not-
mummy and that. Come on, tell us.
Hey.
Tell us more. Tell us
I'm
more.
not on the same level as
I
you
want to
two.
hear your side.
I'm not on the same level as you two at all. So it's completely different.
You don't-
Like
it's not even about that though.
No, but
Because
I mean in
guys will
terms
still
of-
move
That's
mad.
not actually. That's not actually. It's
Not
not,
true.
fair. Obviously, we everyone does different things in this space, but you're all on the same stage.
no,
right
but
now,
I mean in
so-
terms of being
No, I know
kind
what you
of
mean, but you.
recognizable.
No,
Someone saw me out. I
It's
would
Channel
say
5.
no. I would say
Hands
no,
up
do you
if
know
you have
what?
Channel 5. Does anyone have Channel 5? Anyone? Channel 5? She was on Channel 5 about 4 days ago in the morning, so don't try it.
And she
okay?
missed the penalty, by the way.
I'm just saying, do you ever
I didn't know, Taser. Let me just address this. Yeah.
address it?
Number one, I was in a dress. Number two, it's fucking national television. I didn't want to embarrass myself.
Well,
Suppose I slipped and bust my head.
But you did.
No, I didn't slip.
No, you did embarrass yourself.
Well, yeah, I still stayed standing. I had to do a penalty kick, the little back kick that the Lioness did in the semi-finals in that guard. I don't know if you lot saw it. They asked me to do it on live television. I missed. Because I can't even kick a ball into the goal front ways, let alone do a heel kick. Like, yeah. But anyway, I think for me, I probably get people that kind of like, probably not in person, but maybe people that like slide in my DMs or whatever. And for me, I don't even entertain it, just for the simple fact of
Never replied. Not one.
I was gonna say your
No.
husband might be in your DMs, you know.
it's just
It's possible. Why are you laughing? Like, it's
no,
not-
because it's just like, for me, it's like I'm number one, I'm in a relationship, but number two, even if I wasn't,
yeah.
I find it weird. Like same what Taser's saying. Like why are you in my DMs? Like what is it that you like about me? All it is, you've seen pictures. You don't know like my personality or anything like that. Is it that you've seen me doing certain things and you wanna be like, oh yeah, like I know Karina kind of thing. It's weird to me, and I guess maybe not even so much for me, but I've been out where people have said to me, oh, you're so and so sister, and straight away that's like it puts my back up because I'm like, are you now trying to talk to me because you want to get to know me because of who my sister is or because of who I am, or do you know what I mean? So it's just very weird to me. And also I've got my group of friends. Do you know what I mean? So not that I would turn down making new friends, whether it's female or male or whatever, but I think it's just very weird because now, maybe similar to these, you question everyone's intentions. Do they have good intentions? Do they genuinely want to be like your friend, or is it that they're trying to clout chase, or is it that they've got negative intentions? Like it's a lot to think about.
So basically, you're all paranoid. That's what I heard all the time.
I wouldn't use the word parent. I would say we're just protecting
Cautious.
our energy.
Cautious.
We're very cautious. We're
Cautious.
just protecting our energy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because you
Nice
there's a lot
swing.
of weirdos. Okay.
I'll tell
me-
you a story.
Alright,
Let
go
me
on,
tell
go
you a story.
Tell us.
I had when I was talking to one of my friends about this the other day, when I was probably about 18, 19, I had a friend of mine who I thought was my friend, right? And we did everything together, right? And then when I started a new job, one of the guys that worked in the agency that I worked for absolutely hated me, and I couldn't understand why. Like, literally could not understand why. But I knew him through this girl, so I was like, don't understand why he doesn't like me, whatever, cool. So we ended up working together for about a year. Fast forward to the Christmas party, everyone's got drunk, and he said to me, you know what, Karina, I actually, like, I never used to like you, but actually, like, you're mad cool. So I was like, why? And he was like, because you're a friend. So she would literally be out and about with me, pretending to be my friend, and behind my back, Karina's this, Karina's that, Karina's a bitch, Karina's done this, Karina's done that. And even one of my friends, my other friends, she said to her, me and her lived together at the time. She was like, yeah, Karina talks about how your house is this and your house is that and blah, blah. And she was like, come out my house. Like, I don't care whether you're paying me rent, come out my house kind of thing. And it's only a few years later, I clocked, okay, it's this girl. And what she did when I confronted her about it, she was like, well, whatever, Karina, and then tried to get in with my sister. And so...
What?
Yeah, so I was kind of looking at it like, this is so weird to me because you were masquerading as my friend whilst behind my back you actually hated me, all to try and get close to my sister. So this is why, like, it's honestly, it's just like, and the things people, because I'm not like that and none of my friends are like that, I was like, this is mad. Like, I wouldn't expect anyone to do that, but it was all kind of like a ruse to try and get close to my sister.
And then do what?
Who knows?
God knows. So how long were you friends for? Allegedly friends?
I'd probably say about 7-8 years. We were friends
Wow,
for a
that's
while.
an investment.
Yeah.
It's an investment.
Yeah.
How can you be friends for 7 years and be pretending? Do you know how draining that is?
Yeah.
You go to bed angry every day because you're
She must
literally
have
like
been leaving me. She must have been spending the day with me and then leaving me and then going, oh, fucking
raging,
like,
literally raging.
it's weird.
I'm not surprised though, because people have it in them.
Well, this is
People
what
actually have it in
this
them.
is why I say, like, I've realised I don't like to allow people's actions to change me as a person, and I'm still a very laid back, very open person, very bubbly person. But I now look out, like, I now pick up on red flags or little things, or do you know what I mean?
That's
you have
crazy.
to, man. You have to.
That is crazy. I want to ask the audience a question. Do you guys think that a very established, well-known artist can chase clout from an artist that is less well-known? Put your hand up if you think the answer is yes. Put your hand up if you think the answer is no. All right, guys, there's like 50% of you that didn't vote. So I need the vote. I'll be honest, I need it. So can we do that again? So let me give you an example. We've got Drake, who was working with Headie One, for example, doing drill. Or Beyonce, when she did the Lion King album and obviously did the track called Already and went to somewhere in Africa to film it. I think it was Nigeria, somewhere in Africa to film it, and worked with like a really an artist that is established in Africa but not very established elsewhere. So do you think that counts as clout chasing? Please put your hand up if the answer is yes.
No.
Put your hand up if the answer is no. All right. So the majority of you think, a lot of you don't know. Who's going to put your hand up? But the majority of you think that is clout chasing, and you think it is too. Please, can you explain why?
Remember, you're established, but you might feel like you're not doing well right now. So you might want to jump on someone else's wave to kind of boost your one. So you jump on someone who's popping in that world. So when Drake was doing drill, I think we can all agree that he was terrible on it. All of his songs were terrible, but he had to jump on someone else's wave. So what can I do? Because I'm Drake, I can get access to the person who's at the top of whatever genre this is because I'm Drake. So technically you're clout chasing because you've gone for someone else who's big in their field. But because it's Drake, one might not see it as clout chasing. They'll see it as, it's just a collaboration. He's trying to help that person. But no, you got to believe in your own source. You're doing what you're doing over there. This guy's come to you because he wants something, not because you want something. If Headie went to him, that's different. But if he's gone to, I don't know how that happened, but I'm just, because she said that as an example. If he's gone to Headie, he's obviously going to disguise it on I think you're doing your thing, let's work together. But really and truly, you want to get into London, you want people to start thinking.
No one's ever going to say
I think
no,
it's a thin line.
I don't think anyone's ever going to say no, but let me just ask.
No, but some people have said no.
What, to Drake?
Yeah, because
All right, fair. I mean, which
it's-
people do I know? Are
it's
they
just,
well?
it's
Did they?
just, but you got to remember.
Because I might not know them if
No,
they
because
didn't
what you
work
don't,
with him.
what you don't want is to be known as that artist that Drake busts, for example.
Is it the end of the world? Look
You
at Dave,
say,
guys.
You say that. No,
Is
no,
it?
You say that, but let's say your life doesn't change.
Well, then they didn't bust.
But it doesn't look like that, is what I'm saying. The appearance is, oh my God, Fiona worked with Drake, but your bank account ain't saying nothing.
Actually, is that possible?
I think it's a
100%.
thin line between.
Everyone that Drake's worked with,
Say that again.
they're probably actually gone.
Ram,
kinda
say
far.
that again.
Everyone that Drake's
Not
worked with.
everyone. No,
Everyone
From
what?
what I've seen, anyway.
Not
Everyone that's
no.
worked with Drake has done well.
Yeah, that
No.
he's gonna
Who
reach
has-
I would
out.
say
No,
so.
no.
Hasn't.
No, there's bare.
Who would-
I can say
who
bare
though?
names. There's Party Next Door. Where is he?
Who?
There's,
Who?
there's
Who?
McConnell. Where is
Who?
he?
Where's
There's
who?
I Love
Party
Party
Next
Next
Door.
Door. Where is he? There's Quentin Miller. Where is he? There's 070 Shake. Where is she? There's bare people.
I mean, all right. Do you know what? In Drake's defense, and obviously I don't work for Drake, but there's only so much he can do.
This is why I said not every. Yes, that's why I said not all the time it's gonna work.
But he's giving
Alright,
them a bigger platform.
Scenario.
Mm.
You don't agree, do you? You don't agree with what Taser said. Is that right?
Nah.
Tell me why.
I don't know, 'cause I feel like if Drake reached out to me, I'm working with him, innit?
Yeah, of
Do you
course.
know what I mean? I'm not gonna say no, like,
But you,
because, but I understand, innit? Like, for Drake, or when Drake is reaching out, yeah, he is kind of, you know, I guess it is him looking not just for clout, but more for, you know, validation in other places because of the other people that he's working with that can actually help him.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But
Okay. So going back to Taser, so if you felt like someone was coming to work with you for clout, would you say, hey, you can't come here for that clout?
No, I would assess the situation and see if it benefits me. If there's a benefit in it for me, then all right, cool. At least I know why I'm here. I know
Okay,
why
but
you're
you
here.
would-
I know why I'm here.
So you would still consider it to be,
If it makes sense for me.
so it's mutual clout then?
Yeah,
Is that right?
No, but the question you asked was when Drake did it. Did he do it for clout? You're making it seem as if because Drake is where he is, he can't clout chase, and I'm saying yes, he can.
Who agrees with that? You think that Drake can clout chase?
Yeah.
Everyone,
Yeah, but
majority
he-
of people, put your hand up if you don't agree with that.
I think it's a thin line though, Fiona, because if you're an artist and you're up here, for
Yeah.
example, for example, where you saying Drake, say Drake hadn't bust in Africa,
Yeah.
for example, right?
Yeah.
And Burna Boy or Wizkid or whatever are massive in Africa and he wants to ride that wave. There's a difference between, and there's a thin line between wanting to, he might genuinely like them and think, rah, I want to help them blow it in America, for example, or
Yeah.
wherever, I'm going to help them. There's a thin line between that context versus let me start promoting them and be like, yeah, like to get a repost or whatever so that you're trying to make it in Africa. Do you get what I mean? Because if it's benefiting him and he's only approaching them because he's trying to make it big in that country or continent or whatever, but there's no benefit for the other person, then it's a thin
Alright, wait,
line
can
between the two.
Can I just speak on what
course, of
before
course.
you go to the next person? Yeah. So this touches on, for example, Wizkid when he did Essence, and he
Yeah.
done the remix with Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
A lot of us were like, brother, you don't need to do that. But I could see that he did that because he needed to go. He wanted to go to America and tour there.
Yes.
But my fear was that when America blogs start blogging, they'll say, "Oh, Afrobeats by Justin Bieber,"
Okay.
rather than mention Wizkid.
All right.
So is that benefit? Does
But
that
in that
benefit
ins-
him?
In that instance, in that context, to compare Wizkid and Justin Bieber to Drake and Heady One, it doesn't. That's not a fair comparison. Wizkid would have benefited more than Justin Bieber, I think, by having Justin Bieber on the song. Justin Bieber's a bigger artist.
The question is that clout chasing? And I'm saying yes. But if it benefits Wiz, because he's going to sell out Madison Square Garden.
Of course,
in Toronto,
but what I'm asking is, can the bigger artist clout chase off of a smaller artist?
yes, they can. Is what I'm saying. Drake
yeah, but
wanted
the
Dra-
Wizkid and Justin.
No, but
that-
what I'm saying is Drake, in regards to wanting to be bad on drill, has gone for a man that is popping in drill and decided to go toe to toe with him on the beat and was crap. Is what I'm saying.
debatable. Some people liked
And
it.
it
It's
did
got
work.
views. Did you want to say something?
Hi. I don't think it's clout chasing when it comes to music, because I think it's slightly different what Karina said. It's a thin line. I think it's about staying relevant. And if you want to stay relevant in the music business, you do have to work with other artists. So if you look at like someone like Dr. Dre, who then brought in Eminem, and then Eminem brought in 50 Cent, and then 50 Cent brought in like whoever, that's how Dr. Dre stays relevant and stays legendary, because he's bringing up all these other smaller artists to come up with him.
But you can see that there's a relationship between Dr. Dre
Yeah,
and Eminem.
and-
But
but-
there's no relationship between Drake and Headie One. There's no relationship there. They've done the one tune. There's nothing else.
No, he gets along really well with Gigs. Taser, stop being mean. Did you want to say something? Oh, sorry, it's the wrong time, innit? Sorry. Did you want to say something?
Nah, not really. You know.
Okay, I thought I saw you gesturing. All right, you got something to say. That's fine.
I was gonna say, like, I feel with Drake and like working with Headie, that adds value to Drake in the sense of the love and appreciation Drake now gets in London is a lot bigger when he hangs out with our local people, which is like Headie, Gigs and whatever. So it does help out Drake in the sense of any club. I mean, Drake's big, yeah, but any club that he goes to, everyone's like pushing to get in.
So is that
because
not
he's here chilling with not only even if you don't like Drake, he's chilling with Gigs and whatever. If you like Gigs, you're like, oh, he's at this party with Drake.
So
I
is
want to
that
get
not
in.
is that not clout chasing?
I'm so sorry.
Oh, okay, cool. You're
Are we
agreeing
in
with me.
agreement
Okay,
that
cool.
Drake is literally the biggest rapper in the world? Is that not? Am I wrong? Because I feel like Drake is the biggest.
That doesn't matter.
Oh, it doesn't. Oh, it
Yeah,
doesn't
it's still
matter.
a-
It doesn't
yeah.
matter. So what you're telling me is that
Just
no one's
using
gonna
him as an
because
example.
because and I'm gonna come. Let me finish my point, please. Hang on a second. What I'm saying is, are we saying that people are now pushing to get into the club when Drake is there because he did a collaboration with Headie One? I'm gonna need you to follow up on that, because that's what it sounded like to me. 1 second.
So by him being there, you know, like Gigs is gonna be there, Headie One's gonna be there. I don't know, like AJ Tracy. There's a group of them that's gonna be there that you know are like the London's finest or whatever in terms of appreciation. So someone might be like, "Yo, all these people are there. I need to be in that club." Do you get it?
I understand your point. I just don't agree with it. But I understand the point. I'm going to come back to you. You still want to speak, yeah? I just don't. That's just the way I speak. I'm not even being rude. You want to say something?
My point is this year, clout is not all about the fame side of things. That's a different kind of clout. Some people can be popping, they can be biggest artists in the world, but you need the streets sometimes. So sometimes these artists will go to artists from the streets because they want that credibility from the streets. That's a different kind of clout. You might only have 100,000 followers, but the streets feel you differently. So when a big artist comes and sits with you, it's like, right, alright, he's with the streets. So now you got the streets. So when Drake comes over and he links certain people, it's because he knows he can go anywhere and be comfortable, because the people on the streets now say, you know what, he's with them, man, he's good. You could, you know what I'm saying, over the same way, and it works the other way around. If you're a British artist, you want to go to Jamaica or Canada or whatever, you need to have someone on the ground there. It don't matter how big they are, but they're on the ground. So they will tell you, you know what, here's good, there's not good. It's a different kind of clout. It's not just fame, it's a different kind of clout.
I know what you're saying.
That's a
Like,
good
everyone's
point.
getting really passionate.
So obviously now, what's wrong with this mic, for? Yo, we're definitely incredible. But listen to this though. What I'm gonna say, basically, remember when he goes back to, forget Drake, I don't wanna say, it's anyone, innit? When you go back to, when like your place is watching and they see, you're in London, you got it on Smash, you're with this person, that ups your thing. Because, you get me? But, so everyone look at it like, raw. When he goes overseas, he's still that guy. You know what I'm trying to say? So naturally, everyone, that's clout. You feel me?
He said, can't you just be a fan of them?
I'm not saying he's not. I'm not saying that even if he is a fan, but the fact that he's showing it, like, it might look like, what's that thing? It might look like Robin Hood, like he's given to the thing, but he's not. You understand what I'm trying to say? Because on a global scale, the fact that you're from overseas, but you could come London and slide through Brixton, slide through Peckham, slide through Croydon, and everyone's you're with all the people from them areas. In your hometown, that's going to look like you come over to the place and you got the place on Smash. You understand what I'm trying to say?
I get that. I just personally don't know if I would call it clout. but obviously the entire room is against me. So you're with me. He's with me. Do you want to say something?
I agree with everything that was just said, but I feel like it doesn't have to fit into the box of clout chasing. Maybe they're seeking that respect, you know, when they go back and that validation and whatnot, but I don't feel like it has to be clout chasing directly. Do you get what I'm saying?
That's kind of my point. Did you want to say something? Was it you?
I do kind of agree with what everyone's sort of saying, but I feel like using a different example. I feel like Beyonce is a good example, and I do like a bit of B, but at the same time, I do like a bit of B, right? But at the same time, like, the facts is the facts. Like, not this album, but the last one that she did, she actually had a lot of African artists on there, and she didn't credit them and she didn't pay them. And there was a big uproar on social media because of that.
Is that a fact?
There was a big uproar because of the fact that she didn't pay them, and it's like, she's got the money to. She's got the money to pay them 1,000 times over if she really wanted to. So it's kind of like, that was, in my opinion, that was clout, because she saw a wave and she saw how the wave was kind of, it was getting big. Afrobeats was getting big. She wanted a little bit of it, and so she got a bit of it, but she didn't credit the artists and she didn't give them their dues. And that's why you had a lot of people coming out and saying, like, what's going on? I thought my life was going to change. I did a tune with Beyonce. And I'm still in the same place. What's going on? So in that respect, I do feel like in certain aspects, it's like you can only collaborate with these big artists if it is beneficial for you too, because they will literally just take for you. Like, she's been in court a load of times for, like, ripping people off. And you know, like I said, I love a bit of B. But B does what B does. And that's what, you know, at the same time, if you're going to do what you do, you know, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. You can't be mad because people are now saying, like, you've ripped him off. You did!
Well, I don't want to speak badly on B. I've got questions, but I can't contribute
I've got a scenario
to that. I just can't.
It's along the same lines, but it's going to take the conversation away, only because Boost started talking. So I've been to a party that Boost and his friends have hosted, yeah?
Yeah.
I managed to get an invite. No, I'm not getting that. I'm actually bigging you up. So
can someone the tally? Because that was 2 more names.
He's right there.
No, and you said Posty.
No, that's my guy. I'm saying.
It's 3 names.
He's right there.
Yeah, I know, but it's still 3.
But my point is, you'll see my point. So
tell me.
Him and his friends have hosted a party. I've managed to get an invite. When I go, I've got to behave accordingly.
Yeah.
Because I don't know who's going to be there, but I'm assuming his friends are going to be. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine I bring someone who gets mad happy and he's got the camera in everyone's face. He's going to be looking at me like, yo, what going for your mans, bro?
Of course.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Of
So
course.
I've got to act accordingly when I'm around him. And the more that I act accordingly, there's one day I could say, yo, can I bring a +1? And he might be like, you know what? The last 2 times you behaved, yeah, you can bring another person. And that person that I bring, I'm talking to him like, yo, my guy, behave.
Hold it down.
Hold it down. Do you know what I mean? And that's because of the relationship that we have. Some people go in there and lose it. And then, an example, let's say my boy loses it. Bruce might say, you know what, Taze? You're not coming no more.
Of course not.
You're not
And
coming
you
no
need to
more.
leave
You're
right
not
now.
coming. Do you know what I'm saying? But that's an example of someone else clout chasing, but it's messed up my relationship.
Yeah.
So that's another example. Another example is when people say, oh, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
And for me, I need to know what type of relationship we have. Like, since I announced being on the BBC, a lot of rappers are now following me on the gram. I'm thinking, my follower count is going up, but I know why you're here. All of a sudden, I'm getting SoundCloud links and Spotify links in my DMs. But I can't influence DJs at BBC to play your songs. But I know why you're here. So as long as I know the way of the land, I'm all right with it. But it's true. It is what it is.
No,
Like
it's true,
that's
man.
all of a sudden, Taser, you're my bro. No, I'm not. But I get it. Do you know what I mean? So you just got to protect your energy, like we said, man. Be cautious.
All right. So if, I don't know, another well-known podcast from America, let's say, for example, The Breakfast Club, shouted you and wanted to do a little collaboration with you guys,
That would benefit me and the podcast. I'd say, yeah.
So it'd be like a mutual clout chase.
Yeah.
And you'd be okay.
It is mutual. No, but it is mutual.
Genuine question.
It's an opportunity.
And you'd be okay with that?
But I guarantee, if I went on that podcast and all of a sudden everyone got the notification, 3 shots of tequila on The Breakfast Club, for example, you lot all watched the episode and I'm on there lying through my teeth. These men are going to phone me and say, brother, what are you on there talking about? London is dead. I really wanted to be in America. Fuck London. Bad. If I did all of that and came back to London and started hanging with these guys, they'd be like, hold on a sec, you didn't represent us properly. So I was clout chasing just to get on the episode, but when I got on the episode, I was chatting shit. So I still got to represent properly as well. So
Okay.
it's in all facets, Fiona. That's all we're saying.
Can I say as well, I feel like for me as well, I'm always very conscious even with like my friends or people that I know, not to come across as being a clout chaser. Like for
Okay.
example, like we've had Taze on the pod, and even to ask Taze if he wanted to come on the pod, I was shook to ask him. Like Natalie can tell you, shut up.
Imagine.
Taser. Because I was thinking, like, don't want Taze to think like we're only asking him because he's Tequila Taze. Do you know what I mean? But
he's your mate.
No, I know, but do you get what I mean? Like, even
why
though.
would you feel like that?
But
though?
but wait, isn't that why you're asking him? Because he's like, is there something wrong with asking Tequila Taze because he's Tequila Taze? That's the whole point.
No, I get it, but at the same time, I feel like it. As someone, if that's your friend,
Yeah.
you should be able to ask them,
Yeah.
100%. But at the same time, I'm also very conscious. Like I'm like, I don't want them to come across as thinking. I don't want it to come across as them thinking, "Wow, Karina's trying to chase clout off my name," or do you know what I mean? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah. I got another example.
How did you guys feel when I asked you to be on the panel?
He
mate?
of
'Cause
course he
isn't
was
that-
happy. He felt
isn't-
privileged.
Isn't that the same? Do you know what I mean?
He had all the yummy
Because
mummies.
I didn't feel any kind of way.
He had all the yummy
got-
mummies after him.
Okay, as
Oh.
usual though.
I got another example. So would you lot accept an opportunity to go on Good Morning Britain, ITV?
We're being childish now.
Would you?
innit?
No, wait. Would you? Would you?
Yeah.
Like, put your hands up if
any
you would.
any TV
Yes,
is
we
good.
would.
Wait. Good question, but I'll get to that. Would you?
Would you
No,
accept
you've
an
just
opportunity?
You've just got an opportunity to go on Good Morning Britain, and they said, ITV, bang in the morning, are you going, yes or no?
I'm going.
Cool.
I'm gonna be there.
So I got that phone call, yeah? Then I said, what are we talking about? Yeah, we want you to talk about the R. Kelly. No.
Ain't no way.
They wanted me to talk about the R. Kelly case.
No.
I don't care what part of the R.
Doesn't
Kelly
matter.
case.
Doesn't matter.
I'm
Doesn't-
not going to be on
Even
ITV.
if you
talk
go,
about that,
what you don't want is
Talking
someone to
about-
search R. Kelly and the next two names, words to be Taser Black. Like you don't.
That's what I'm saying.
It doesn't matter. Even if he was saying he's wrong, this is out of order, you don't want that association. That's the wrong kind of
But do you
clout.
see she called me because she was like, oh yeah, you're doing your thing, Tequila Taze. I'm like, oh, yeah, so what's the topic?
Oh, this
Yeah,
is Karina.
No.
I was gonna say she tried to set you
This
up.
is
No,
whoever-
I actually did think he was trying to draw me out, but he wasn't.
whoever, whoever does their research at ITV. I'm like, what are we talking about? She said, are we going to talk about R. Kelly? I'm like, yeah, I think
It's
I'm going to
okay.
pass. Thank you.
That's
But
okay.
some people would have taken that
Yeah, exactly.
opportunity just to talk about something that's relevant, just to get on there when they've got no connect.
That's
Not saying
mad
that
for
you
them
have to have a
be
connection,
asking
but
to talk about that, though, man.
Say that again.
But in,
That's crazy for them to ask.
To ask.
Let's speak about R. Kelly.
I agree.
R. Kelly.
imagine I said yes, though, and I was on. Yeah, I got the text.
It's a
on my
real
phone.
story.
This is what I'm saying. No, but the person who asked probably was innocent and thought, I'm just going to get tased on TV.
man on
Yeah,
TV
no.
talking
Messaged my
about
mum
how-
saying, Mum, I'm going to be on TV at 10:30.
No.
You said I'm
Saying
talking
the
about
wrong
R. Kelly.
things. Talking about the wrong things. So would you guys work with someone in your field who you thought was absolute trash in terms of like their work and just what they do as an artist or a podcaster or anything? I don't know. They've got like 19 million followers, but they want to have a chat with you. You going to work with them?
Yeah. And we're going to talk about the fact that you're trash but have 19 million followers.
You're going to talk about that?
Yeah.
No, man.
Really?
Yes.
Sounds like a mistake.
It's not a mistake. It's a podcast.
That
You're
sounds like a
gonna, you're
mistake.
Let's have a
gonna, you're gonna
conversation.
draw them out like that.
It's not drawing them out. I'm just going to say, how did you get to your 19 million followers? Do you think, of course they're going to tell me. They're going to have to tell me. And then the audience can decide whether it's a genuine episode or not. But either way, the episode's out there.
So when I say trash, yeah, let me be more specific. You don't like their work is fine, but what they do outside of work is not
like
fine.
they've got questionable
yeah,
morals. Or
like there's like a domestic abuse case that's like lingering.
Oh,
and
no, that's sensitive
way.
then, no.
So it's fine if you just don't like their podcast, you just think it's rubbish and they just chat shit.
Yeah.
But if it's something,
That's
No,
serious.
if there's
More
something
serious
surrounding
thing.
them, no.
and what about you?
No way. You're just rubbing yourself out, to be fair.
But what? Okay, so what if it's a really like the artist is poor? Their art, their artistry, they're fine. Their personal life is fine, but their artistry is no good. But they have 19
man.
million
I
followers.
can't.
Is there an?
I can't work with people that are rubbish. Like, it just doesn't.
What about if they're rubbish?
I'm just
but
not
they're-
really showing real love. So yeah, it's just I just can't. Like, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
You wouldn't risk it.
No.
Karina, what about you? I feel like I know the answer, but
What
surprise me.
What do you think the answer is?
To be honest, before I said that, I was like, she's going to say no. And then I looked into your eyes. And then I saw...
Do you know why? Because I was looking at Natalie, because Natalie does the pod with me.
Okay.
And we have this conversation all the time. Like, me, Natalie, and Nanadra that does it as well. We have arguments about this, like who to get onto the pod or whose pods will go onto. And we kind of look at it on a case-by-case basis. And you guys might call it clout, like we're an up-and-coming podcast still, kind of. So we kind of want to go on other people's pods that's got a platform, or have people on the pod that have a platform to try and grow our listenership, marketing 101. But I think for me, if they're shit, I don't care you're following. I don't want you on because the conversation's probably going to be dead. But if there's something that's happened in your personal life, or you've displayed tendencies, or there's rumors about DV or whatever it might be, I personally don't want you on. And we have this conversation, Natalie will tell you, we have this conversation all the time.
1 second.
Yeah. And
Say
there's
that-
been people who have
say that
asked
again?
to come on the pod.
I was saying we've recorded pods, and we've done it with like some big brands as well that we've worked with, and the pod was so shit that we were like, I'm sorry, we can't. It was trash.
Like, for us, it's about, like, don't get me wrong, like, it goes back to what I was saying about we all can be guilty of clout chasing in whatever, like, context. We've been asked to do brand partnerships with massive brands, and their values haven't aligned to what we feel like our values and morals are. So we've had to turn them down, and that's paid, like, partnerships that we're turning down, because I'm like, you say like you're for black people, but I go on your website and it's a hell of white people that's on there. Like, I can't be going and representing as a brand and saying, yeah, they're for black people, but then when you log onto their website or you look on their page, it's hella white people. So for us, we could easily say, well, do you know what, they're a massive brand, we're gonna do this, so we get that exposure or whatever. But I feel like there's a lot of times that we have to put our integrity and our values and our morals first and say, well, actually, no, we can't do this because of X, Y, Z. Like, no amount of money.
We've got a
No,
clap.
because
I
no
think
amount
this is
of
a
money
first.
can. You've got one thing that you've got to have, and I'm sure these guys can attest the same, is integrity. Because at some point, I could be sitting up here saying, nah, I'm for black people, I'm for this, pro-black, whatever. And then you go and see something that we've done with someone else who goes completely against that. You're going to say, Karina chats shit, because she's not
but
about what she's talking about.
For sure.
You see like that though, yeah. You see what you guys do, yeah. I personally think like sometimes you could even still chat to them and
We
just
have
draw
done
them
that.
out and just
We have.
say
Nat
like,
will
"Bro,
tell
like,
you.
what
So
is
I
wrong
think
with you?"
I'm probably
Do you
okay
get what
to
I mean?
talk about the Dove situation. When we did I'm sorry if anyone is in there if that works for Unilever, but whatever. We did a podcast with Dove. Dove is owned by a company called Unilever, who own most household products across, like, globally. We did a pod talking about colorism and is European features kind of the standard that people aspire to have. And we recorded the pod. It was a sick pod. Then our agent called and was like, yeah, Dove basically said we need you to edit the majority of the pod, because we're talking about colorism and skin bleaching. And in Africa, I think it is, they've got a product under the Unilever brand that's sold in Africa that's skin bleaching. And I was like, that's you lot's business. That's got nothing to do with us. We're not editing anything, because, again, it goes against our values and our morals, in that skin bleaching is an issue, right? In the black community, in the Asian community, in Asia and Africa, we can't edit that out and pretend like it's not an issue just because you sell skin bleaching products. Like, I don't care.
Wait, this is
And
Dove?
it was Dove.
So
And I know our agent's white, right? And I know it was a difficult conversation he was having to have with them, and we did not care. We were like, we're not backing down. It went to their global team, their global PR team. Like, it was mad. And in the end, they said, okay, cool. And I was like, we weren't backing down. Even when we started doing the project with them, again, went on their website, and the whole partnership was around like Afro hair and Afro hair discrimination, and we went on their website and we sat on the call with like their head of marketing, global head of marketing, and we said, this all sounds great, but where's the black people on your website?
Yeah.
Like, we can't do this unless you change that. The next call we had, the website was completely changed.
I got a similar story
No,
like
that's
that.
serious.